Welcome to the Hire Arabia podcast, powered by Matchmaker Number One. I'm Ines Mokrani, recruiter, coach, and connector of talent across Europe and the Middle East. In this podcast, we explore the challenges, opportunities, and success stories of hiring in one of the world's most dynamic regions. Let's dive in. Most candidates think hiring decisions are made in interviews. They believe if they ace the Q&A, the job is theirs. They're wrong. In many Middle Eastern markets, the real decision happens before you even speak to the hiring manager. And sometimes it happens after everyone already said yes. Today we're talking about the hidden hiring decision, who really approves hiring in the Middle East, and why so many great candidates never make it through. This episode is crucial for two groups. First, leaders who hire internationally and wonder why things move differently here. They see delays they can't explain. Second, candidates who feel confused. You did everything right. Strong CV, perfect interviews, and still you get stuck in silence. The ghosting phenomenon is real. This is not about blaming culture. It's about understanding the mechanics of trust. In Western hiring, we love structure. Job description, hiring manager, HR process, offer. It's a linear checklist. In the Middle East, that structure exists on paper. But it's not the full story. The org chart shows authority, but hiring depends on influence. And influence often sits next to the decision maker, above them, or completely outside the official process. You need to map this shadow network if you want to succeed. Let's break it down. In many organizations, approval can include 5 key players. You need to satisfy all of them, explicitly or implicitly. First, the hiring manager. They have a pain point. They want performance. They want speed. They are usually your champion, but they often lack the final sign-off power. They are pushing for you, but they are fighting internal battles you don't see. Second, HR and talent acquisition. Their job is not just to hire, it's to protect. They manage compliance, structure, and risk. If you have a messy CV, you are a compliance risk. Third, finance or budget owners. They don't care how impressive or charming you are. They care if the hire is justified financially in this quarter's budget. If the business case isn't solid, you are just a line item they can cut to save money. You need to prove ROI before you even start. Fourth, senior leadership. They care about reputation, politics, and long-term fit. They ask, does this person represent our brand correctly? And finally, fifth, the informal stakeholders. This is the hidden trap. People who influence decisions purely because of trust, proximity, or tribal knowledge. It could be an advisor, a long-term employee, or a family member. If they say, I'm not sure about him, the process freezes. The hiring decision often comes down to one single question. Listen closely to this. Does this person reduce uncertainty or increase it? Not, are they smart? Not, do they have a great CV? But, will they create stability or friction? Friction is the enemy of hiring here. That's why the same candidate can be perfect in Europe and too risky in the Middle East. In Europe, disruption is often welcomed. Here, stability is prized. Here are the specific reasons strong candidates get stuck. 1. The role is not truly approved. Hiring starts before internal alignment is real. You are applying for a wish, not a job. 2. Too many stakeholders, not enough ownership. No one wants to say no, but no one is brave enough to say yes and take the blame if it goes wrong. 3. Cultural fit is unclear. This isn't about personality. It's about decision-making style. Can you navigate ambiguity? Can you handle a top-down structure? 4. The candidate feels temporary. If they sense you might leave in 6 months because you miss home, you are a risk. You are a bad investment. 5. The hire changes internal power dynamics. Hiring you might threaten someone else's influence. You need to be aware of the politics you are walking into. So how do you navigate this? Candidates, stop thinking like an applicant. Start thinking like a risk manager. Reduce the risk of hiring you. Show stability, show relevance, show commitment. Prove you understand the environment and aren't just here for a tax-free holiday. And most importantly, don't chase the process. Position yourself as the safest yes. Make saying yes to you the path of least resistance. For leaders, if you want top talent, clarify ownership. Who owns the decision? Who blocks it? If you don't know, your candidate certainly won't. The hidden hiring decision is a system. Once you understand it, you stop taking silence personally and start navigating with intelligence. Careers here are built on clarity, not assumptions. Thank you for tuning in to the Hire Arabia podcast, brought to you by Matchmaker Number One. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, share, and leave us a review. It helps us connect even more talent with opportunity. See you next time. Until then, keep building bridges between cultures and careers.